I'm keeping you down. I'm wondering if I see a like. Yeah, actually they banned out Lycan first. It's a bit interesting considering that Tree is considered a very, very good counter to Lycan. So they could have even baited that out if they wanted to, but I guess Lycan's just so strong that they don't even want to deal with it.
Dire team pick.
Oh, you gotta fill me in. I didn't read that. What was the shape shift? Oh, maybe I did read that.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Gyro, it's kind of a comfort pick for Arteezy. He's played a lot recently for them, and it's a like they don't see the other core for his GG, so it's kind of like a safe pick. It's like an all-around hero. It can kind of do anything in kind of any game. There's really no hard counter to Gyro, and there's also no like Gyro doesn't hard counter really anyone. It's just an all-around good hero. Also works well with Wisp. You can pump him up and make him attack faster and then heal him and whatnot.
Radiant team ban. Puck.
Yeah, maybe like a Puck Treant. That'd be pretty strong against this Gyro. The only thing I worry about is Rubik +1. If they put that in the safe lane, it's just going to get crushed by IO Beastmaster. So you have to either do one of two things. You either pick a last pick hero for his GG that's really strong in lane against Wisp and Beastmaster, so you're thinking... and usually those heroes that are strong in lane are not very strong outside of the lane. So Wisp, or sorry, not Wisp, Weaver, Potom, these heroes that lane really, really well, but that have evasion, but they don't offer that much in terms of team play, because Rubik just innately in the lane, if it is just a Rubik, is very weak as a support. So, or they go the route of getting a stronger carry, but then they switch up the lane. So they do something like whatever this last carry pick is going to be, throw him in the off lane with a tree or a Rubik, and then have Puck in the safe lane. Which might even work out better because Puck is kind of hard to kill if you're Wisp and Beastmaster. Little scary against the Roar, but it definitely could work. Wisp can kind of like dance around him too in fights. Like when you just use your spin and try to go for a Wisp, he can just kind of tether around and use that movement speed to his advantage. But it could help. Like the healing ward's certainly nice in these pushes with like Death Prophet and Treant, so I can see the synergy there.
Dire team pick.
They have a lot of options. In fact, a lot of the options I was already thinking of, they banned out. Like Razor would have been amazing for them, but they banned it out. OD would have been good, but they banned that out too. They're gonna go with the Slark. Whoa, the BSJ Slark, ladies and gentlemen. Grab your popcorn. This one's gonna be a doozy.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a terrible hero, actually. It really is. It's very, very weak right now. I guess they just want to go balls to the wall, but let's see. I mean, obviously it's nice against Bounty because you can purge off that track. Like that feels bad if you're a Bounty. It's pretty good against Gyro because the only spell that really hits him is the, assuming he's like ulted, is the call down, which really doesn't do that much damage. The slow can be dispelled as well. You can obviously dark pack the Roar. So on paper it's good. Like the Slark so many times on paper is good, but then like when you actually apply him to a game, he just sucks. Like I just always see him feed. He always has to wait till the mid to end of a fight to actually go in, and then usually like it's just not a good hero usually. And then Fear playing the Visage. I know a long time ago when Fear was playing carry for EG when they won TI5. Before that time, when he got injured for TI4, he was actually playing a lot of safe lane Visage. Now I think he is going to go mid with this, but I know that he likes to play the heroes when
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, because on paper, it's not a good hero against the heroes that can take off his passive very quickly, which are like Death Prophet and Slark, and even Treant Protector can kind of do that. But I don't know. It's a very like, the thing about Visage is that teams are not used to playing against it, and just by nature, if you're not used to playing against it and you're a strong player on that hero, you can kind of exploit that fact that they just don't feel comfortable playing against it, and you kind of get away with things that, you know, the heroes that people play a lot against. So it's strong in that regard. Again, on paper, quite good against Visage. But again, this goes back to the point where I was like, where are they gonna lane this Slark? If you lane him like standard lanes against this Wisp and Beastmaster, he's gonna get crushed. So you might even think about throwing him in the off lane, or just doing something weird with these lanes. If you throw him in the safe lane, you have to have Treant there. You have to tri lane it. So that's one thing you have to worry about. Yes. The one thing I'm worried the most about for is GG's draft is their damage. Like, outside of Puck, if Puck doesn't have a good game, they have no damage coming from like any of their heroes. Death Prophet doesn't really do that much damage, especially in burst. Treant does nothing. Rubik does close to nothing, and the only time Rubik really does damage is when he hits 6. But what spell is he going to steal that really does a ton of damage? Like, there's really nothing. In fact, this is a pretty terrible Rubik game in general, other than Roar. Like, Roar and Birds, but you usually never steal Birds unless the Visage player is not good. So yeah, maybe Wild Axes, and considering that people do level them up now, it's a bit better. But still, I mean, that's about it, right?
Seconds to battle.
Stan King has one too, yeah. But thing is, even with the Sentry, unless they place it right now, I don't even think they kill him. I think he can just walk away. Annoy him and slow him down a little bit. Luckily, there is some blocking going on from Flea, so that's always nice when you have someone slowing you down on your path back to mid. And for now, it's going to be Crit sitting here in the mid lane with Fear, though he's just getting his bottle, and then... Nope, actually, no, that's health potion going out. So it is going to be, yeah, Beastmaster Wisp top against a solo Slark for the moment, and Rubik will be going up top. Oh, no, see, yeah, musical lanes. They can't do that. He has to go bottom. And even then, this isn't a good lane for Slark. This is, like, almost just as bad. This is a really bad bad TP. I think you need to identify at least if the lane is going to be like habitable, right? This is not a great laning stage for him. And yeah, with either the Wisp and also I think maybe Beastmaster sent some wild axes that way too at the start because they were down there at the beginning. Either way, Stan King's got nowhere to stand other than right here in the lane trying to deny, which he can deny. But here's the Wisp. It looks like they're going to go. Tethering up, Rocket coming out. BSJ should be fine. He does have a pounce, but they're going to really annoy him. And now you have a farming Puck who doesn't really even win this lane because Beastmaster's auto attack damage is so high.
First blood, bagged and tagged.
I don't even like the build of Treants doing that. I think it used to work before, but then they really severely nerfed his movement speed. And now he's, like, when he comes out of Invis, he's so, like, even with Orb of Venom, you cannot catch people at all. You're just so slow. So I prefer just either, well, I prefer getting the second spell and, like, laning normally. But I don't think this Invis really does anything. Not to mention, even if they have a sentry, it's like, then you're completely useless. He's a Rubik though. He doesn't do any damage. So this is not going to work out. Misery. They actually are going to get baited by that Invis because they don't know Misery's there. They feel a little bit stronger than they're supposed to. And yeah, lots of damage coming out on Puck. He's only got a little bit of regen left too. Smell has axes again. Oh my god, it's so close.
Taken before my time.
Oh god. He goes, okay. That's my reaction too. Yeah, I mean, he's getting gifted like these kills on a silver platter. I don't understand that immediate TP. I think at least you should feel out the lane and see if you can get anything at all. But like he TP'd to a lane that was pushed up to his tower, or sorry, pushed up to the EG's tower against a lane that's equally bad. Like that TP just didn't make any sense for me from BSJ. As bottom lane, he does get a kill on crit. It looks like. Actually, Stan King gets credit for that. So they get something, but I mean they're trailing by 2k at only. Actually, it goes down to 1k. Okay, so that kill actually made a difference. How's mid doing? KVH is actually doing quite well in mid. You know, he had a good idea. I think if he waited a split second for the creeps to move in just a little bit to the tower, he could have had the tower aggro the creeps first. But because he went just a split second early, it aggroed him the whole time. So he had a really good idea, but unfortunately it backfires. He does get a salve, and he's got a huge creep wave coming his way. So if he's able to get all these last hits, I feel pretty good for him.
Oh, bottom lane, RTZ gonna be sit in, but. And not really too scared. BSJ is not the most life to work with, so like going himself, and yeah, Dream Protect. Crit's also there, ready to go. In fact, they're gonna go in. Dark Factor already activated. RTZ running at him with a rocket barrage, and pounds away very defensively. Flea now is gonna be run after with this IO, especially. They just can't do anything for RTZ. Bottom lane, just sound like a broken record, but it just continues to be the case over and over again.
It's just funny to see this Treant Protector try to run after heroes. He's so slow. Like even with boots and the extra movement speed, he's basically got regular movement speed. When he doesn't hit, when he's not next to those trees, it's just pitiful. Like he can't catch up to them.
It's rotating back over bottom lane, but he wants to look mid. Death Prophet, he does have his exorcism, but again, not enough mana for it.
Oh, we got birds up on Fear as well. If he gets caught in a grave cloak, or sorry, a grave chill, He might die here, and he does. I think he's dead. Oh, maybe not.
So either, you know, if you're a very comfortable Visage player, just figure he didn't have the damage right there. Only level 1 solo sum. Maybe that was the ultimate undo. Bottom lane, again, Treant Protector still just chilling nearby, or teasing. Again, no reason to be scared. Dial's coming back in. And they're essentially defensive tri-laning down here, kind of leeching experience, if anything. Not getting the most out of it. Slark 18 and 5.
Look at Sumail CS compared to Monkeys Forever CS. It's just not even close. These are the lanes that they switched out for because they thought that these were going to be better.
They actually might get these kills. RTZ, no, the heal is just enough for Io initially. RTZ finally will go down, and so will Io. At least Misery is here to clean up a little bit as he takes out Slark, the most important target, but still, overall, you know, for the better of his GG at that bottom lane.
Misery cancels the clarity from Flea. Also, these heroes don't work well against Bounty Hunter because even with Dust, they don't have ways of actually locking them down that well. I mean, Lift is okay, but he can just run away. He doesn't have a slow or anything. BSJ, he does have a leap, but he's got 3 heroes standing right in front of him, and he just feeds off another one. Sumail gets a solo kill as well up top onto Monkeys Forever. He's going to be boosted up to about level 7, almost level 8 compared to the level 5 on Puck. So this laning stage is just a complete disaster here from his GG.
Top 3 CS, and it's not even absolute domination. I mean, Sumail almost has more CS than 3 of the heroes combined. Well, really more than at least 2 of the heroes combined. Oh, 2, that is ridiculous. You know, how do you recover if you're SGG? We're gonna start talking about that. He's on 3,000 net worth. Really, maybe starts with this exorcism, right? He hasn't used it yet. He's now level 7. But can they really force anything about that? Did it need to send BSJ back to the top lane? I mean, no. these are ideas, I guess.
BSJ cannot enter fights. He has to just farm. He can't enter fights. Even if he feels forced to, he needs to actually get farm to carry them. They need a coil onto Monkeys Forever, and then they need these supports to get some levels as well. Mainly the coil, if they want to have any kind of fight, but Dire Courier gets picked off by Misery. That's a 5k gold lead now at 8 minutes. Misery's just had a completely free game.
Yeah, I saw him hunting around back there. Going, sure enough. Here middle lane. Has him a medallion now, so KVH, and he went just like that. Still, strong slow. Clears up.
Yeah. And he maxed it out first, so it lasts for a long time, and the cooldown's very, very low.
G making their way down here as a team somewhat. 4 players. Exorcism, Death Prophet included. No, obviously Stan King's here.
He made it very obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, if these supports can get 6, if they can wait out, I mean, they're trailing significantly. As another kill up top, the Roar, start things off, and Misery gets the dominating streak as well. He's very close to track. It's going to be 10 minutes, so he can pop the book as well. If he might not even need it. But if they can maybe wait till they get like Spell Steal on Rubik and Treant ulti, then maybe they can take a fight. But right now, it's looking pretty impossible.
Damn it, you got to keep trying. That they are bottom lane. Again, Treant Protector's just still in the area as if they're trying to make a play. Coming back to the middle lane, KVH. Yo, Mel kind of caught that as Spear was jumping on him. And again, that Grave Chill Slay, you mentioned how long it lasts too, being level 4 already with the medallion amp damage. Death Prophet just goes down. She still hasn't used her exorcism. I'm not saying she should just resurrect and press R by any means, but that feels off, right? Especially in a game like this where you're just so behind in all 3 lanes. You've got to make use of it.
Yeah. Up coil bottom.
Right. Coming out with Stan King with the root open on Misery as well, but that's going to be a turn kill. The caught on half his idle heal as well. They take out Chris, but it comes at a massive cost for the Dire side. They lose 3. KVH is here. Again, he has Exorcism. I'll say that. Maybe pop it, go for a turn. Nope, not for now. At least the Siphonal that's used. Easy, we'll just gladly TP it.
Yeah, this is I don't understand the Slark pick at all. Really, and what's worse is I don't understand the lanes. Like, they picked a very questionable hero with even worse lanes. Like this is the problem with Slark is hold that thought, Stan King. Fear is just having a field day with anyone that wants to come mid. He is so farmed and does so much damage now. And we nearly have track up on Misery. He should stick around for that one creep kill and have experience. He wants to go up top and really get a reward up there, but
The team player. So.
Structures are just
I guess track is
track is yeah.
top tower is under attack.
I'm also looking at this like good vintage we don't see often, so I'm kind of looking over his talent tree again, and that level 10 talent, that's ridiculous. You look at his abilities, how far they cast.
Can its end be
25 extra cast
drawing
rate.
nigh?
Yeah.
Top lane, Flea's probably dead. They kill KVH elsewhere, and Flea is indeed going to go down. Roar, it's Misery. We've seen that combo before. That was Death Prophet at the bottom. Like
ESJ dead, Monkey's forever dead.
Kill Slark, they're going to kill Monkeys.
I honestly I wouldn't feel bad at all if they GG'd out. Stan King dies out, and this game is over. That's an 11-minute GG. I mean, the game, I don't understand at all. First of all, the Slark pick. Bounty Hunter. So I think that's a smart decision. Now, the thing about a Bounty Hunter when you first pick it is you can really draft heroes and a team around playing this Bounty Hunter, and he becomes useless if you draft it correctly. Namely, if you pick like 5-man line, so for instance, think about like a random complexity draft, and it would probably always be good against a Bounty Hunter. Any team that's drafted where they like play together as a team or 5-man, Bounty Hunter is pretty useless. You can't abuse that invis. You can't. The only thing you can do is track people up, but that does really no damage or anything. It just gives vision. So there are some drawbacks to drafting a Bounty Hunter first. We'll see if IsGG can exploit that. That is not one of them. That is not one of them, but we'll see.
Strong hero right now in general. Phantom Lancer. That is.
I mean, it can get rid of track, which is nice. And it's hard to kind of find the right one once you've already amassed a bunch of illusions. But for instance, what you need to do is put yourself in Bounty Hunter shoes. If you play Bounty Hunter a lot, and you say, okay, what support heroes are great to play against? Like Rubik is one of them because he can't really stop you from going invis. A dust on Rubik is not very scary compared to say like a dust on like an ogre, right? like the slow and the damage from ogre with dust is very scary. The obvious one is Spirit Breaker. I don't know if they play a lot of Spirit Breaker, but they certainly can pick that up as a 4.
Radiant team ban.
But we'll see.
Safe pick for now. Puck again. Oh, right. Works though. That's a possibility. Very diverse pick, though.
10 seconds.
Going back to who you ban, you know, maybe innings.
5 seconds remaining.
Good.
Dire team ban.
Then ban coming.
Yep. Good hero against the PL and cleaves down those illusions nicely, gets a lot of farm. Yeah, Evil Geniuses they have a pretty open draft. They can do a lot of different things. They can send the puck in the off lane for Samael. They can send him mid. They can also do that same thing with PL, though. That's one of the great things about PL. Is that he's also a versatile core. Go in lots of different lanes. He can actually even go off lane with the dual lane if he needs to. Which we saw last game is they had Slark do that instead. So banning out the Terrorblade. Also, the Reflection's quite good against PL. But yeah.
Back to IsGG. Still a pug.
Ten seconds remaining.
Or whatever, but
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that is interesting. Maybe they, because the ult from Pugna will reveal Bounty Hunter, but I can't think of any other reason. Pugna's not very good against Puck. A hard hero to keep down.
Dire team pick.
Oh, whoa, another Treant Protector.
confidence right there. Okay. Well, they don't have the IO Beastmaster trees.
I don't even think that's a counter. Like, you could just be like, okay, well, I wasn't going to get invis anyway, and then just get your regular skills, which do a lot more in the lane and outside of the lane than your invis does. Invis is only good later on when you actually have, like, your full tranquils and, like, a wind lace, because otherwise you're just too slow. And when it's more leveled up, so you get that extra movement speed and the extra... Ooh, Jakiro. Okay, no more, living armor instances. Those things will be burned down very, very quickly. That actually is an interesting pick. It's good against a Treant, but Rubik obviously would love to steal that ice path, so...
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And a third pick last game as well. Clearly that game just... There is confidence there. Curious to see how it now works.
I just don't really like the Rubik Treant combo because they don't do any damage. Like, there's no damage. Even PL doesn't really do that much damage until he gets the first, like, you know, diffusal. Then again, we did see Chessie yesterday who was doing lots of work without the defusal. I don't know if you remember that one game. There's one fight right before he got defusal, and he was still just doing so much work. So I guess PL, with the Phantom Rush maxed out, does do a considerable amount of damage. But, I mean, between Treant and Rubik, they just don't do anything. At least Rubik can steal, like, Orb from Puck, so when he hits level 6, he will have a bit more damage. But until that point, nada. He's not really going to do much.
It goes back to as well, you know, they're picking up Treant Protector over other force support, like your...
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, Tusk would be great. Sand King is a good pick. I like the Sand King pick a lot. They need a point stun. They need damage. He doesn't do the most damage in the late stages of the game, but if he gets a lot fast blink, just having that blink stun can set things up nicely for the rest of his team. So I like the Sand King pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Are the episode? Again, we still not exactly sure where the...
You know, this would be an awesome Ember Spirit game.
Really? Don't say that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that just because, and I know they're not probably going to pick it, but Sumail is so good on Ember Spirit. I know they juggle their lanes around sometimes. Like, didn't they come out saying, like, you know, Sumail's going to be our off lane, but then, like, the first couple games he was only playing mid?
Yeah,
or something like that.
He has played mid despite being the...
And he's a fantastic Ember Spirit player, and obviously the Flame Shield was good against Treant Protector, and the Sleight of Fist is good if you build Battle Fury against PL, or even just the Maelstrom is quite nice. I'd like to see it, but it's probably going to be Sumail on the puck.
Playmaking hero.
Radiant team ban.
Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend here.
Can't go wrong with Shadow Friend. Probably the strongest mid laner in the game right now.
Yeah, you think so?
Dire team.
Even with that nerf, I mean, I guess the nerf didn't really, because the going down to 12 souls at level 1. By the time that would matter, you've already.
Yes.
Unless you have a Clockwork teammate, I guess that it nerfed that. Instead of getting like 15 plus.
It really was a direct nerf to the Clockwork cog stuff, because most of the time you're not going to immediately skyrocket to 12 souls in the first wave anyway. Like, you're not going to get every single last hit. That would be crazy. You're going to miss a couple, and by the time you hit level 2, you're going to have your races to get last hits anyway, and it's not that big of a deal.
Final bam. Gee, maybe somebody that matches up well against. Flop here? What?
Pop could be okay. They don't have too much lockdown other than the Puck Coil Silence. Quap would be I could see them banning Quap. Quap's really they ban out Viper. Quap's nice with their team actually too. Like the Sonic Wave plus the Sand King stun to set up, or the Treant Protector ulti to set up. I think Quap would be a fine pick here for his GG. No.
10 seconds.
Actually, Slark is really bad too against Shadow Fiend. I don't know what heroes Slark is. Again, so there's some heroes that Slark's good on paper against, but it just never works out. That hero is just terrible right now.
Good against like Batrock.
You would think so, wouldn't you? Visage again. Interesting.
So hopefully you know, your game. Actually, but yeah. So is that going to be a?
They can go either. I know that RTC plays Visage as well, so they could even go Visage mid Shadow Fiend safe lane. I've seen it, and it works out just fine. So they have options.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Back to back.
I think it actually would make even more sense if they did Shadow Fiend safe lane, Visage mid. I think Visage is a hero that really benefits from getting those birds as fast as possible. So we'll see that. But like I said, they have options, and not only can they lane either one mid or safe lane, but both players can play both heroes, which is always nice in your draft when you have that flexibility.
Oh, all 3 players. 3 heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Choose your hero.
Okay, go DK.
I'm not sold. Feels weird with their draft. Their heroes don't really push group up well. And then you have a hero that's kind of a weak laner against these heroes. Like, for instance, if Crit just walks mid and does a dual breath, like, Jack and Knight's going to be in a world of trouble. And yeah, Arteezy is playing the Shadow Fiend right now, so I suspect it might be an Arteezy safe lane Shadow Fiend.
You talk about how DK came to probably against Visage. Against that, but
yeah. If Jakiro assists, he's gonna have a hard time. But if it is because it is Dragon Knight mid, maybe you do send the Shadow Fiend mid. Shadow Fiend's quite good against melee heroes, but I feel like they love sending Arteezy safe lane, so that's the only thing that's leading me to believe there'll be a Visage mid. We'll see.
Safe lane and Shadow Fiend just naturally getting ganked. Is GG, well, they didn't start that way. I mean, they made aggressive.
Maybe. It's one of the things about Shadow Fiend is he has the best turn potential. Like, if you go on him, you better kill him before he starts getting some races off, because if you go on him and then like try to run away, it's the worst, because that's just asking for a triple raise to be set up. So it's you got to be very, very careful trying to gank a Shadow Fiend. It looks like actually it will be Shadow Fiend mid, so they want a Shadow Fiend against the melee hero matchup. He just decimates melee heroes almost all the time, because obviously they're melee, they're trying to get up to the creep wave to get those last hits, and that means it sets up for the shortest raise. So when you set up for the short raise first, that means you can set up for the other two very, very easily. And obviously they compound, so it makes it easy to get some kills, but that's the reasoning behind it, and Visage will be top.
I may say that was a bit of a raffle stomp there in game number 1. 2. We have obviously, you know, maybe more solidified of a draft. Here.
30 seconds.
So they give that away. I was gonna say they needed him to come a little bit close. If he doesn't, there. Sentry and sure.
Did they deward, or was that just a sentry to see if Bounty Hunter was roaming?
I don't know. I didn't.
Hold on. If they dewarded, someone will have extra experience, and it looks like nobody does, so that's just a random sentry.
Maybe expecting a ward there. Bounty Hunter knows now, but they're competing for the rune actually.
They shouldn't be scared. They have a treant. Though, see, this is why my gripe with the Nature's Guy is it doesn't do anything. If he at least had a Leech Seed, which is a relatively low cooldown, very low mana, they would. I know, obviously, about the bounty rune at the start is like not that big of a deal anymore, but still, I mean, he just doesn't really do anything with this Nature's Guys.
Oh, middle lane, thing there right away. That Rubik here, Phantom Lantern. He opens on a flea. Here lands, see it. Shadow Fiend. Bit of a 2 versus 2 lane in the middle. Top lane, Monkeys Forever having a slow time with that attack animation.
Yep.
Gonna have to go into the trees.
He does not have stun or sandstorm, so he's got to be careful about his positioning. He might have to just TP out here, depending on what Fear wants to do. Fear's last hitting right now. Monkeys Forever, he's in trouble. Taking some damage. He should be okay. Okay, it's down shield procs.
Middle lane. Well, this is definitely kill potential. Flea may go down first. Will it be him? Arteezy is going to be Flea. Arteezy wasn't even close.
And first blood for Shadow Fiend, not only does he get the goal, but he shoots up to 12 souls instantly. So now he's not going to have any trouble last hitting and getting all these denies. So already a great start to the landing stage here for EG.
Bottom lane, DK versus the puck as DK. Here goes down. Forever with the Treant Protector. Kill, actually.
Nice rotation. They put a sentry down as well. Bounty Hunter will be walking through here, so they'll have vision of him. Can they kill him? I'm not sure they actually have the damage. But there is Flea coming up here. Maybe wrapping around to get a kill on this Jakiro. Jakiro's very tanky. Should be okay.
Apparently where the action's going to be, though, for now. Here now, and they put their own sentry down, and D-Ward as there. Placement in the... There's alive, but yeah, top lane's turned into a try versus try lane all of a sudden. Now you have a PL versus Daphne mid. The DK versus Puck still remaining. Puck is 9-6, DK 7-0. Essentially been a 1 versus... I think Tree might have been initially very... Puck is winning.
BSJ is taking some damage. There is a Mango up on Ortiz. He has to doppel out. Actually, I didn't even know this, but doppel takes off the debuff from the races. I didn't know that. So it won't compound as much as you would think, which is nice for PL. But yeah, leaving a PL here is the same reason. Like, any melee hero just struggles against Shadow Fiend, especially when Shadow Fiend had first blood and has all those souls up. You gotta be careful about leaving him mid like this.
Ape Chill and Cool Breath, so slow.
Yeah.
Satiated, but... Rotations are real. Both back to the middle lane. Having to be a little scared. And now, but... Yeah, Puck is starting to get on a decent lead at the bottom lane. Top lane actually, Monkeys, he's gonna stun in. Be careful about his own life though. Crit, putting the auto attacks in, Fear. But he does have a soul assumption. If Sand King shows, he's probably gonna use it on him. Doesn't have a sandstorm, but does have a Pearl Storm. Probably nobody will...
Yeah, but Monkeys is very low and he can't really lane here right now. He's got a bottle. Interesting choice here. So he's gonna try to bottle up these bounties and then regen that way.
What about, so Sand King's build, by the way, sometimes we see the occasional, you know, you even first play the blink after. Is that something that you would like to see here? Or is
I think he needs to get the blink first for the main reason that he's just not farming well. He's not, like, if he's getting in a lane where he's just like hitting creeps, the carry is scared to walk up because he's gonna get, you know, caustic finale'd, and he's just like free farming the lane, then I could see an argument for getting drums, but not when you're just this far behind. I know it's very early on, but still, I think just having that quick blink initiation is more important. Having some extra stats.
300's nearby. You got Rubik with the invis. He's gonna lift. He sure is. They have close enough damage though. They need to be careful about a turn. RTG pops a fairy fire. Misery's still running in. That's a dead flea. He doesn't even need Misery.
That's what.
I got this.
That's what I'm saying. When you initiate and try and get any kind of kill on Shadow Fiend, it looks silly what Flea is doing. Like, he's just like, why are you manning up? Because if you leave, you're gonna get raised down. So he's in this awkward position in the midst of all that. They do get another kill up on the crit. But yeah, it's just like you can't gank a Shadow Fiend unless you have full intentions to kill him. Like, you can't half-ass it, basically. And Arteezy's off to just a roaring start here.
It's happened once or twice before. We get a drum. He could potentially... There you go, he should have used... Bracers coming out of the lines. Top lane. They're in Green Protector in the air. Just yet, as Monkey's just a sandstorm for now, but again, there is the invis written, actually, the invis. Yeah, they find Misery, that's good dust right there. Turn kill act.
Misery does not love company, at least when it's the opposite team.
Hero kill, I mean, it's a 3-2 hero kill. From that perspective, no, things are going all right, but we had this discussion yesterday, Trout, that more information is...
Yeah.
CS, it's all being led by EP.
And, well, and kills on... I know Bounty Hunter's actually only died once, but kills on Bounty Hunter don't really matter that much. And actually, TP bottom coming out from Stan King. We can maybe get a kill on Smell. Smell's actually quite low. If he orbs forward, they can maybe do this. He orbs forward. There's actually no Dragon Tail up on the Dragon Knight just yet. And it's kind of a little bit of an interesting build. Second TP coming in from Rubik, they might wait on this. If he orbs forward, he might die. But he's not orbing forward. He's not biting. Oh, they're just going to do it.
And it might not matter. It won't matter. The lift eventually comes and he gets the kill. Monkeys does go down at the top lane. At least a turn kill. Played. Patience there.
They almost waited too late, too, because Bounty Hunter was just walking up there. He would have had vision of the Rubik before he lifted, and Rubik would have signaled for Puck to back up. But, yeah, Puck staying up a little bit too low in that lane. And it's going to be some good farm for KVH now. BSJ taking some damage.
Yeah, that's bad. He does avoid the third raise. You got Arteezy juking and jiving. The Pearl Strike's going to be out of range. Now Arteezy going back in to land that third raise. He connects. Misery opens, slows him down enough. Another one hits Monkeys. And now Monkeys has to respect another raise right here. He's got long charges as well as Mango. There's another raise. It's not enough for the kill, though. Monkeys will stay alive. He's getting away. The lift up on Arteezy brings him right in. Monkeys looking to go back in. Bro Strike in 4 more seconds. There's a couple more raises. He'll get it off on the Monkeys. He goes down finally, but he takes Monkeys with him.
Oh, jeez. That was some great raising by Arteezy. Like, he held every single one to make sure he actually hit. He's not just throwing them out willy-nilly, so nicely played by the Shadow Fiend King himself, Arteezy.
He made that. It's one of those. He makes it look easy. We see races all the time that can
right.
Of his, at least to get a kill as he does. But still, they killed Shadow Fiend on the other side of it. He is bottom lane. Fail. Late though. He has his. Oh my! Arteezy's just walking on up. Okay. Speaking of more raises, I guess that works.
That should not have worked too, because Stan King's just sitting there invis, and he actually, I think he smoked himself, or someone else was smoked, so they caught him off guard with that. But they still should have seen that somehow with Stan King up there. Anyway, here we go. Big of Shadow Fiend. There is no coil. They can maybe get this kill. Rubik taking a lot of damage though. Lift coming out in Shadow Fiend, living armor. Will it be enough? Arteezy taking some damage. He will fall or not. Doesn't get the raise off right before he dies. Good double stun. Root coming out. This might be some more. Puck's able to get the orb out. No, he's not. As KVH gets the last hit with that breathe fire. They do get the dust. It actually does clip him. He can't. No, it doesn't clip him.
No,
oh wow, I thought it did.
Well, I thought it slowed him, but it did not. He actually gets out. But yeah, that was great execution, great overgrowth there.
Oh, mid.
Power of that. But yeah, I'm watching Flea. Meanwhile, the familiars are in. He lifts up Fear. That's not going to do too much on the end. He's a great kill. Massively slowing him down. Monkey's will put in. He has a Pearl Strike. Puts it up just on Jakiro. Another TP in. This one from PL. Spirit Lance ready to go. Long TP though. Eventually gets your Doppelgangers forward. Gonna throw the Spirit Lance on a Visage though. And that's not the target that's low. So knock away, and that'll be that.
Another smoke from Arteezy coming bottom. I think he needs to wait a little bit for Smell to start with a coil. And yeah, he is stopping. Waiting for the coil to come up. He can maybe land a couple raises. Coil coming out. Raise one. Stun coming out. It's not going to hit the second raise. But he does break the coil, and he will die. So.
Oh, man. Shadow Fiend to get down bottom and take out Dragon.
Hey, it's working. It's working.
I'm going to say, you know, obviously he was minimal souls right there because he just resurrected. But that's...
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tower push now, though. Radiant does not want to give this up by any means. They're
ready to kill Samel.
Time he cannot.
Well, here comes Sand King. He has a haste rune. Oh, very nicely done by Samel. And he silences the epicenter. So they waste the epicenter. It's on cooldown. Just outplaying his Samel on this puck. That was 4-man rotation bottom. With a haste rune to kill a puck that they didn't get.
Oh, KVH does get a solo kill middle.
Nice.
Got crit as they're trying to push this tower down to McGee deny it.
Oh no!
The Dire doesn't get credit actually. Yeah, I thought he was going right there, but now he's being hero block, setting up Arteezy running in Requiem. No, so he stopped Dragon Tail in the face, so Arteezy has to back off, and now with the other dragon for him, they have to respect that. And they'll do so with the jump away. Not done just yet though, with the way this game's going. Setting. They'll have to go back in the back lines, Monkeys. He's going out in the Sandstorm. KVH is caught on the Draco, though. He does not want to snap it. He runs with the last second as it wears off. But the raises are coming. There's one. And Arteezy lining it up.
Pretty far.
Great overgrowth, actually. They do kill TK, but it's not enough to save him. And now some more damage for the Requiem. Stan King will fall. The overgrowth was a great attempt, at least. No, but it's all done, though. They did lose bounty.
Yeah, but the I wish KVH would have used his breathe fire right before he died. Would have mitigated a lot of their auto attack damage and done some damage as well. But really thought he could just keep running and outrun the spells coming his way. But unfortunately, he does fall. Monkeys Forever. He's been involved in a lot of kills here, but at the cost of his blink dagger being really delayed. I mean, he's only got 900 gold, so he's still very far away from that.
Well, they're slowing down a little bit. Let's take a look at some items. DK. He's trying to go drums himself after the early Soul Ring.
Radiant's bottom
Power
tower
Trez Magic
is
Wand. So
under
he's going
attack.
this really beefy early. Take advantage of that with
The direst elements up.
Or
Pelting
PL,
Radiant's bottom
BSJ going
Time is running out.
Power
for
Trez Magic
Dire's
Wand.
middle tower.
Similar to the DK, you know, he's got the stats early on. Does he go the defuse? I mean, there's no way he goes Battle Fury Shift.
No. God, no. Really nice warding coming out from EG2. If you see, they have a ward behind the tier 2 bottom. They also have a ward at the shrine, so they can see if TPs come from the shrine. So, and they also have, look, I mean, God, look at, they have 4 wards up. A ward in mid to see TPs from mid. A ward behind the tier 3 or tier 2 top. They can see everything. And they got tracks coming out.
And they got Helm of the Dominator on here once again. This time we can see it coming to play. The Alpha picked up, amps up damage. KVH is walking away. He's trying his darnest. Does have 1 charges. He uses them right there, but it's not going to be enough to fight the Breathe Fire. Too much damage with the chase, and they're going to take out a tier 2 now on top of that. But yeah, so Fear, same build, and we see the progress next. He's actually on the act.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Just like that. I mean, literally 1 minute ago, it's a 5k goldie. Now we're looking at a 10k.
The Dire's poor
And these slows coming out, as you mentioned, from Zakiro and Visage just own this DK. Like, he just can't do anything. Keep in mind, DK was their last pick too. They saw everything that they were picking DK into and still decided that this was the pick for them. And he can't really do anything in these fights. And it's not like these, oh, here comes an overgrowth. It's on a couple.
Decent overgrowth. We're coming from a distance, so Drinkle hitting multiple heroes in response, and Evil Geniuses are just ready to respond the whole way. They're going to lose Stan King and possibly more. Please also in trouble. 1 more auto attack will do him, and the Ice Path catches BSJ. We will be able to get the Doppelganger off, but KVH is Dragon Tilling very defensively. BSJ still goes down. Triple kill for RTC. They're diving into the base, and Evil Geniuses, they want to have back-to-back quick finishes, and at this rate, that is very likely going to happen. SGG is just losing steam.
And Misery, I watched him the whole time. He was able to get off track on every single person right before they died. So they get the full amount of gold here on each one of these kills. So that's, I think, 3 or 4 track kills, however many people died. And then they're all still getting tracked up right now, too. Backing up for the time being. But, oh my god, this is just more of the same. EG's just really asserting their dominance here.
It's interesting with seeing this Visage because in some ways it's similar to the Beastmaster and the Lycan. You know, what's the popular item on those heroes is that Helm of the Dominator, right? And the synergy there of the attack speed aura, you know, picking up that extra creep as well. And he's showing us, you know, kind of clinic almost. So maybe this is something that people should start respecting as well. The Visage Helm of the Dominator.
Yeah.
There he is, Tosh. Okay, that's going to be a nice. Monkeys. A minor victory.
Interesting.
Yeah, the problem too is unfortunately they don't really have any D push. Their only D push is a kind of a Breathe Fire, but he's and like a Fade Bolt from the Rubik, but that's it. It's just they don't have, and then they don't have too much damage as well. That was the main point I mentioned with between these supports. They just don't have damage. Coil coming out on the Monkeys does get a stun out onto Puck.
Yeah.
It's a stolen orb as well. So Flea doing a little bit of damage right there, but Samael, he does get rooted out and he will fall. They catch the Jakiro as well in the root, putting some damage onto him, and I think they will kill him. Stun coming out from KVH. Another stun available onto Monkeys Forever, so they get a nice couple hero kills right there. But they're going to need a lot more of that.
A lot more, goes without saying. That was a nice mind games going on between Monkeys and was trying to bait up Pearl Strike, do that, and got him to use a face. Two heroes at least, but meanwhile Visage just farming more of the jungle. He's gonna have to mag, so again that third familiar, which is level 2 now by the shortly we've already seen.
Invisibility.
Misery takes the invis route. Already seeing. Not worse feeling than that, man, when Thunder Rune just disappears right in front of your face.
Yeah.
That was Shadow Fiend going as Sheep.
Yeah, I like it actually.
Huh.
It's really good against PL for a number of reasons. One, he's just not going to have any auto attack damage. He's going to attack way too slow. His illusions are going to get slowed as well. He went for drums too. Oh, he actually sold his drums. He bought them and then sold them. Now he went for Helm of the Dominator. Okay, interesting choice. Very interesting. We'll talk about that later, but The Shiva's also just like, it slows everyone. It's very good against melee heroes, and they have 4 of them. So,
this tier 2 tower, it's falling. Monkeys. Got epicenter flank ready. KVH will just walk on up and breathe fire. Be careful with that. That would be misery right there. Growth was committed by Stan King, and they get the kill on him. The overgrowth hitting pretty much everyone. Arteezy thinking about a Requiem, not using it just yet though, so they lose spawns.
Oh, Arteezy's in a little bit of a weird spot actually. Nice double set coming out from Monkeys Forever.
Center goes off as well. The ice pass put out, but Shadow Fiend is gonna go down. He's barely alive. Finally does. Requiem explosion as a result of that, but now Samel joins the party. Buyback by Shadow Fiend, by the way. He's going to be coming back in. KVH. Oh, the damage of the familiars at third finger because of the axe. And he too will go down. So, again, a chance for SGG. I mean, they get a buyback from our team. He's now going to push with the team, and there's no buyback on VSJ now.
No, he just fought his on the Dominator, which I don't really know what that did, that fight. Maybe gave his teammates a little some extra attack speed, but that's literally negated and then some by the Shivas. So, Blink Stun coming out.
It's like a desperate item in a desperate situation. Right?
I suppose so, but he didn't even take a creep that would help him out or steal one from Visage. So anyway, Stun coming out. Visage is extremely tanky though. No overgrowth for 30 seconds. Being baited out of the Requiem, only 28 souls though, so it's not going to be a full damage Requiem.
They must have seen
Glyph coming out.
You see that Gravekeeper's cloak, man. That was insane. He just absorbed so much damage. And then jump to kill Rubik. Magical Fire's put down. Rubik pops back direct and finally goes off. Again, not max souls, but still. If anything, it negates the damage of the Radiant Side. Also going to help set up the kill and tree and protect it. Ice Path going out in the midst of it. Dragon Knight standing his ground. He's going to end up dying right here. He has no buyback. I believe this is going to be good for EG. Under 20-minute victory here in game number 2. There you go, GG.
Yep.
A 13-minute into a 20-minute. That is something. Well played by EG. That was just bad.
We pretty much.
You know, girl.